Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today I finally get some time to actually do stuff. Yeah, thus far, I'm mostly sitting and working on my little Gasland projects, not Gaslands, Necromunda projects. Yeah, working on my Goliaths, converting them and so on and so forth, but I'm like, I really want to do some Gaslands. Yeah, like I haven't done Gaslands in a while. So today I'm gonna be doing this guy. Yeah. Like I like generally how this car looks like. It has already been drilled because it's been with me for like 3 or 4 years. And what we're gonna do with it? We're gonna probably throw a big wheels on it and then armor it up a little bit. And I'm not sure that I'm gonna be putting weapon. Maybe some sort of a melee weapon, like a, like those old Roman galleys that have this giant peak in the front, to pierce through the other boats. Yeah. So hopefully, that's the idea right now. Yeah. But we're gonna see once I get on the table and try to figure out, what I'm gonna do with it. So let's just go onto it. Okay, so here we are on the table with this. I don't even know what this Sandivore, whatever. Yeah, with this buggy, and it is quite nice by itself. If I was bothered to actually put the driver in, there is actually a proper place for the driver. But first we have to remove those wheels. So, I'm not ready for this. Oh, there are my creepers. Okay, now I'm ready for the video. So let's just go. And one wheel, and then next clippy, and the second wheel. Okay, let's try to just put it back together as it was, because I really wanted only to get rid of the wheels, and I want to use those wheels in here as the back wheels and those little bit slimmer ones as the front wheels. Let's just see how this gonna looks like, and yeah, I am already liking it. So let's just give it let's give this part a little bit of sanding, because they are not very flat. They look flat, but they are not. I think that those little knobs here are actually to keep the wheels away from the plastic so they actually can spin correctly, which is a good idea for the Hot Wheels, but not for Gaslands. Oh, there we go, the front wheel and the second one. All right, so now I just have to glue it together because it's just falling apart in my hands. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like that super glue. Yeah, like I bought it some time ago. It just kind of feels odd and it takes ages to dry. So I'm not a huge fan. Of course, whenever I don't need it to dry, it's gonna dry fast. Oh, come on, what did I do wrong? Everything seems to be okay. Okay, let's just grab a piece of paper. Because with this, we're gonna need a baking soda to cure it faster and to make it hold better. So just put the pot of baking soda away. Oh, look at that. Come on. Yeah, that's the problem, that I was pushing this out and it just don't want to hold to the See if it is still wet even after applying the baking soda. Okay, I'm gonna just break the video for now, let it dry, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I think that I found the solution. I just grab a different super glue and it works, so yay. I don't have to deal with that bad one. So you see, why I wanted different wheels is just, those small wheels didn't really fill up the wheel well as much as I wanted it to. So we're gonna get this wheel. And you may actually hear a little bit of buzzing sound in the background of the video. I'm not sure if it's gonna be actually audible on the video itself, but that's my resin 3D printer printing extra wheels, and probably on the next video is gonna be printing extra guns and so on and so forth. Because I got a bug again and I'm building multiple cars today. Okay, that feels alright. And now let's just go for the front ones. There we go. And believe me, I'm not compensating for anything with those wheels. At least that's what I want to say. Okay, so you can see that this one is kind of shaky. So let's just plop extra super glue in here, and in here, and in here, and in here, and we're gonna go back with a baking soda, but this super glue actually reacts with it, so it's gonna be just a little bit of a extra hardness for this. Oh, come on, go back in focus. Yes. So yeah, a little bit wonky, but yeah, let's just leave it as it is. So we have the car itself, and now I was thinking, some sort of a ram sticking out of here, and I'm just thinking, why not make it fairly simple? Oh, come on. I think that I have all three pieces that I need, so you cannot see, but I'm taking out. So I have in here a multiple sizes of plastic card square. It is a hollow rod, and I'm thinking that I can put like a one just right in here in front, and that's gonna be like a main spike, and then from those ones I can make wedges that's gonna go on top of that. That's the idea, at least. So let's see how we can actually make it. Like I said, I'm just thinking along the line of the galleys used by the Romans. Yeah. So let me just get something to prop it up. Okay, so we have one. Now this one, I don't want it to be very long. I just want it to be just increasing the size. It doesn't even have to be the same angle. So there we have a size increase, and then next size increase. Again, doesn't even have to be the same angle. And there we go. So the idea, like I said, the entire idea is to just get this and then this on top. So whenever it's gonna be ramming into the car, those two are gonna be like, welded, and this just gonna, just go and crash into the front of the other cars. Now I just have to figure out exactly how this is gonna be attached. So let's just take off this two and put that. So I think roughly about this much. Let's see. Okay, I think that's roughly fine. It's not gonna be the straightest thing in the universe, but that's always my style of building stuff. Unless I clear this up. Like if I just do a little bit of a step in there, just give it a lip to actually hold on to. Sorry, it's just, experimenting again with my toys. Yeah, because why wouldn't I? Now, this is gonna give me a little bit more solid connection. Then the rest can be filled up with the baking soda. Okay, I have a rough idea, so let's go. Let's go like that. It looks somewhat straight, I think. Well, not perfectly, but still good enough. Now let's just add a little bit of super glue around it, and then we're gonna throw baking soda on top of that. Just to give it a little bit more holding power. All right. And now I can go with those two. Well, maybe I'm gonna clean them up first, because there is a lot of this, after cutting this bore here. Bore. Yep. Now I can just put that one here, glue it, and the next one on top of this. Perfect. So I just do super glue, super glue, super glue, slide. There we go. And then super glue. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. That was the problem straight away. And yeah, that's fine. So we have this kind of big-ish ram going in. But now I think that we're just gonna take... it's going a little bit down. Maybe. It's okay. And I can take those ones and just build up like a structure. So that's gonna be the main weapon of that car, instead of having, like machine guns and, rocket launchers and whatever. We're gonna have this ram, and there's gonna be like 1, 2, and then we're gonna do some support from the bottom. Don't even plan to overthink this. Let's see. Yep, that's perfect. It's gonna look like some sort of a monstrosity that Gaslanders did figure out, which I love, because yeah, the first idea was more of just a big boat ram, and now it's turning into something a little bit different. Come on, there we go. A second one, and I'm thinking 2 of them in here, just to give like a support to that. Just see how much I can do. This much. can just make it a little bit longer just in case. I can always cut it to size. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just feel like I'm overcrowding the space. Okay, that's better, yeah. So here and here. And now I'm gonna stuck my fingers to it. And yep, I just did. So one and one more here. So let's straight away cut with the angle, and then we can just shorten it. About yay much, I guess. Yep. Come on. Okay, it isn't perfect underneath, but I don't care anymore. The RAM actually looks very well, and this one have like, you know, a little bit of a almost jet engine in the back. The only thing I'm thinking, maybe those windows have to be covered, but I'm using so much of the what do you call it, the I lost the word, sorry, my English isn't working. The diamond plate plastic card that I'm thinking that this time around, you know, maybe just going with the straight flat plastic card gonna be a good choice. And I think that my battery is dying. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cover those windows with like a little bit of plastic art, and I'm gonna be back after I have this black bump. And the poor, you know, car, we need to give him a metallic black bump. I still don't have good black paint. Yeah, it is the same day pretty much, so you're gonna have to forgive me for a little bits of different colors shining through my cars. It wasn't planned, but it is what it is. So the metallic dry brush, I always love this process because it just brings the entire car together. Yeah. And of course the wheels. There we go. It either gonna strip the paint off them or paint them correctly. Alright, let's give it 2 minutes to dry, and then I'm gonna bring the weathering powders and, well, maybe we're gonna do something with the paint, I don't know. So, there we have it, and while working on the mass production of the cars, I decided that all of them gonna be rust buckets. So in here I have a oxide from a Vallejo. Yeah, this is apparently a rust color. Then I have blood red, blazing orange, snakebite leather, besticle brown. I have blue and well as a elf skin. Blue is for the windows whenever they are actually visible, and the elven fresh is for dirt. Yeah. So yeah, let's start the production. I'm just gonna lift my camera a little bit higher so you're gonna see much more of a mess on my desk. Yeah. And now I'm just thinking, you know, where to start, because I'm thinking wheels. Yeah. Gonna need some love, so we're gonna have to get that elf flesh and that besticle brown, probably. So let's just get that elven flesh. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of like sandy dirt on wheels and on the front ram. And again, I'm using as messed up brush as I can for this, because they leave uneven patterns. Even if you have like a brush strokes, the next layer gonna fix it, so don't worry about stuff like that. And we can throw it in here. So that's the layer 1, and now let's just go with the Pestigle Brown. Add it to this, so that's gonna be the more muddy color of the dirt. And I probably supposed to do it the other way around. We can always come back. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this and go back to the Elven Flesh and just go on top of that a little bit. Especially with the size of those wheels, they look nice when they are dirty. And mixing of those two colors do actually work very well. Let's just do a little bit here and in here. So there we go, that's our basic dirt on the car. I'm just gonna switch brushes because I'm gonna be using those two oranges and the snakebite leather. I don't know, I even opened it. But I'm gonna get the blue thread and we're gonna go with the rustic. So what I'm thinking, when the rust gonna be creating, of course on the ram, so somewhere in here. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. So there we go, on the connections. Then on all of the, surfaces in here, and that could be a blood splatter. Yeah. So like I said, they are gonna be rust buckets, so I'm just trying to apply different layers of rust. First we have our red, yeah, and then blazing orange. Blazing orange is that color of nice dry rust. Yeah, but we need to mix up the darker color into it to make it more interesting. Let's put a lot in here. There we go. It was all welded after all. I'm avoiding purposefully the engine because I think that the engine wouldn't be covered in rust. Yeah, and now I'm gonna try and use that oxide paint, which I don't remember that I used it too much ever. Yeah, because it's, in my opinion, just doesn't really look like rust. It looks more like, some sort of a brown metallic. But mixing it into the rest of the paints, it's probably gonna work fairly nice. You see, it looks like a bronze in my opinion, instead of looking like a rust. Yeah, and like I said, rust, it was supposed to be oxide. Yeah, oxide rust. Okay, and now we are grabbing my nice brush for the windows and just adding that little bit of the blue into them. Oh, that paint, I presume that it wasn't mixed correctly. Just the blue window because the rest of them is covered. So this one now gonna go to drying, and after I finish the rest of the cars I'm gonna come back to the weathering powders. So today I'm gonna be testing something. I'm just gonna give the car a little bit of a spritz from the top of the isopropyl alcohol. Wow, that was not a little bit of a spritz. That was a lot of the isopropyl alcohol. Let's just dry off as much as I can. And now I'm just gonna take the weathering pigment, and that's the one for the, what do you call it, for the dirt. So that's around the wheels and underneath the car. Wow, that's just beyond dusty. And now I just gonna take this one, that's for the rust. I probably should use much smaller brush. This one is just an experiment if the little spritz of the IPA actually will allow the rust to stick better. Yeah, but you know, when I'm doing this with such a big brush, it's actually sticking very nice. Huh. But yeah, that's pretty much the weathering done. Yeah, now I wish I have some sort of a varnish, yeah, but I'm gonna get some varnish in post soon enough. So yeah, let's just put this one aside and get the next one, and we're just gonna finish the entire series and then throw them on the spin table. So here we have this beautiful beastie finish. Yeah, you know, I didn't use any weapons aside from the frontal ram on this one, and I'm actually happy that I didn't go with anything more crazy than this. Yeah, if he's going against something, that thing doesn't have chance of survival. Yeah, it's just piercing through the engine block, you know, destroying the wheels and all of that stuff. That oxide paint is kind of as much as I would like to say it is awesome, yeah, it is meh. Yeah, so I have it. It is awesome for like a metallic colors, which is just to make it a metallic color, yeah, like a bronze metallic color. But for a rust, it doesn't actually work. So yeah, but there it is. If you like this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe, share with your friends, family, and whoever else want to watch it. And everyone have a lovely day and take care.